The more vertical a product manager goes in their career, the more important it becomes for them to have a robust understanding of finances. Hi, my name is Arjun Chaudhary and welcome to the Product Management Series. Here are a few concepts with pertinence to finance for product managers. We will use the example of a SaaS company or software as a service business model to explain these concepts, because that is the direction where these tech companies are heading. So first, let's talk about the concepts of unit economics, recurring revenue, and SaaS benchmarks. You see, for a SaaS organization, there's cash burnout in the short term and there is success in the long term. So to weather that downturn in the short term, it is important for organizations to have a cash cushion. Secondly, the important unit economic metrics to be aware of for SaaS companies are customer acquisition cost and customer lifetime value. At a minimum, customer lifetime value should be 3 times the customer acquisition cost, and it should take less than 12 months to recover the customer acquisition cost. Next, when it comes to recurring revenue metrics, it is important to be mindful and aware of monthly recurring revenue and annual recurring revenue. And lastly, if you want to compare your company's SaaS metrics to industry benchmarks, in the description below, I've shared a link which can be used to find out about industry benchmarks. Next, let's talk about product packaging and pricing. You see, optimizing your pricing and packaging of your product can drastically improve the profitability and unit economics of your organization. First, however, it is important to understand what is the key value metric of your product. For example, in the case of Google Drive, storage is the value metric. Now, typically in these organizations, you'll have between 2 to 5 tiers of plan with targeted at different customer segments. And then there is an options feature, an add-on feature for certain customer segments who really value certain features of the product. Let's look at an example. So let's say, for example, your organization has 4 different tiers and plans. Tier number 1 would be the freemium or the low price product. Tier number 2 would be the prosumer tier, which is targeted essentially at small businesses. Tier number 3 would be the team level tier, targeted at multiple players of a team. And tier number 4 will be the most expensive plan, which is the enterprise tier, targeted at the entire enterprise. Now, that's different plans. So let's talk about pricing. How do you find the sweet spot of the pricing range of your product? One way of doing this is essentially by conducting a survey with your potential customers and asking them 4 sets of questions. Once you've got the responses to those surveys from your potential customers, based on those survey results, you're able to determine the sweet spot of the pricing range of your product. In the description below, I've shared those 4 specific questions that you can ask your customers. And lastly, let's talk about financial statements. Now, it becomes very important for a product leader to have the ability to analyze and read these financial statements, such as cash flow statement, balance sheet, income statement, also called P&L or profit and loss statement, because having the ability to analyze these statements will allow you to assess the financial health of your organization and then take decisions accordingly. So how do you hone this skill of reading these financial statements? Well, you can either take an MBA or utilize resources such as Investopedia and Khan Academy. And finally, as a product manager, it is important for you to have a holistic view of your product line and revenue and be aware of cannibalization. So let's say, for example, you have a product line comprising of multiple products. Your company decides to add a new product to the product line and launch that product into the market. You're obviously going to generate revenue as a result of launching that new product into the market. But how much are you going to take away revenue from your existing products as a result of launching the new product? That is what cannibalization is all about. So as a product manager, have a holistic view of your entire product line and revenue and be aware of cannibalization. Remember, you're one product away from transformation. I'm Arjun Chaudhary.